Hi everyone, and welcome to Yin Yoga with Matt. And today is a special day. It's the return of my lovely wife Jodi to the yoga mat with us. So she healed properly from her C-section and she's ready to go and get back into Yin Yoga with us. So today I've put together just a smooth, full body Yin Yoga class to get her back into the groove. And today's intention is going to be to observe our life and to see where we put our focus. Are you putting your focus towards negative things or positive things? And the laws of attractions are really simple. Where you're going to place your focus is where your life's going to be heading. So today we're just going to keep that in mind while we do the class and see what we can let go of and where we can reorganize and refocus our energies. So let's dive into this. It's a beautiful day. We're by the water. Excited to do this. All you're going to need is 2 blocks for today's class, so keep them nearby. And we're just going to start by sitting up straight. And then we're going to open up the flesh of our glutes to get comfortable. We're just going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our fingertips forward and just find our edge. And then find stillness. So you will feel some nice stretch in your hamstrings. And once you find stillness, just refocus on your breath, closing your eyes, breathing in and out through the nose, and observing where do you currently put your energy on a day-to-day basis. Are you surrounded by negativity? Is there people that are lowering your vibrations? And if you identify anything that's not serving you purpose at the moment, I'm gonna invite you to refocus your energies and attention to the things that can benefit you in a positive way. You can try to see if you can push your edge a little deeper by lowering yourself forward even more. If you can't, that is totally fine. You can stay exactly where you are. And when you're ready, you can raise your upper torso, walk your fingertips back very slowly. Taking a moment here to breathe. Just noticing how your body and mind feels. And if you're outdoors, it might feel good to just look around and see how beautiful it is. So we're going to get into our next asana. So we're just going to, from here, spread our legs wide as you can. And then sitting up straight, you're going to take one big inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to walk your fingertips forward. And now we're going to work on opening our inner thighs. This is where the blocks can come in handy. You can make a little tower to support your forehead. Exactly like I'm doing. Might help you to find stillness through the asana. And then you can lower the block even more if you can go a little deeper, supporting your forehead. And on your next exhale, you can raise your upper body very slowly, walking your fingertips back, coming out of this position. I'm gonna invite you to just place the blocks aside and bring your legs in. So we're gonna bring the sole of our feet together. You might want to put the blocks on both sides underneath your knees. From here, sitting straight once more, taking one big inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna walk your fingertips forward, allowing your spine to be round, your chin to touch your chest, and then loosening up your neck and your shoulder blades. Releasing all bits of tension from your upper body and allowing gravity to do the rest. And we can slowly raise our upper body again all the way up. Taking a little moment here, placing the blocks aside, and then just sitting comfortably seated. So we're going to be working on our sides this time. So we're going to take one big inhale, raising the right arm all the way up. And on the exhale, we're going to place the left hand on the ground and switching over to stretch the side of our body. So you might want to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. So you want to be reaching as far as you can without your glutes lifting off the floor. And we can slowly release and come back to the center. Just sitting up straight here. And then one big inhale, raising the left hand up in the air. And on the exhale, reaching out with your right hand to the side. And then leaning over. Opening up the left side of your body this time. I oftentimes find that the yoga mat is the perfect place to forget about everything and to just really dive into the yin practice and appreciating the moment you're taking here today, forgetting about anything else. You can place your hand behind your head if you want for support. Might feel comfortable to do so. And then we can slowly release and come back to the center. Refocusing on your breath. Big inhale and exhale through the nose. And on your next exhale, you're going to take your left hand and bring it to the outside of your right knee, and then we're going to turn facing towards the back, going into a gentle spinal twist. And we can release and come back to the center. And on your next exhale, you're going to grab your right hand, placing it to the outside edge of the left knee, and then turning your body towards the left side, looking back over your left shoulder, and placing your left hand on the floor behind you. And on your next exhale, you can twist and come back to the center very slowly. Just noticing how your body feels, how your sides have just opened, and you feel a little more receptive to the yin practice today. And from here, we're going to roll on our left glute to bring our right leg back to a 90-degree angle, and we're going to place our left shin to the 90-degree angle towards the front of our mat. And from here, what we're going to be trying to do is rotate our right hip over and down by leaning back like I'm doing. So we're focusing on opening the right hip, rotating it, and then just bracing ourselves with our hands on the floor for support. So you don't want your knees to lift off the floor. You just want to force to rotate internally backwards and down that right hip. You can move your right leg back a little bit more if you want to intensify the sensations. And then we can slowly release by moving our torso forward, relieving the pressure off our right leg, and swinging it forward in front of our mat. And from here, placing our hands on the ground, you might want to just wiggle your legs left or right, which feels really good for your hip socket and low back. And when you're ready, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna swing our left leg back to a 90-degree angle with the exterior side of our mat. And then our right shin will make a 90-degree angle towards the front of our mat. And then we're just gonna lean back on our hands and rotate that hip back and down. And feel free to use your blocks like Jodi's doing for support. You can do whatever feels good. You could even place them underneath your elbows and come down on your elbows. There is no right or wrong way to do these. There is just your way. And that might be very different for every single person. And we can move our torso forward, releasing that leg, and then just rolling back onto our knees. Keeping the blocks to the front of our mat. So from our knees here, we're gonna tuck our toes, and we're just gonna push up into downward facing dog. Keeping your knees a little bent, wiggling your calves. Just stretching our spine. And then from here, we're gonna lift the left leg up and back and then swing it forward beside our left wrist to go into dragon pose. So we're gonna get into a deep lunge. So you wanna sink your hips forward and down, keeping the left leg in a 90-degree angle. And then you can support yourself with your blocks. The right leg should be flat on your mat and extended towards the back. This is really good to open up your psoas muscle at the front of your thighs. And we can slowly release by moving our hips back, bringing our left leg back on the floor. And with both knees being firmly planted, we're just gonna go into child's pose. So we're not gonna do the wide knee version today. We're just gonna do the regular version when we take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we lower ourselves forward, bringing our hands backwards and our forehead to the floor. And just relaxing from here. And we can slowly come back all the way up. Placing our hands in front of us, we're gonna go into all four. And while we're here, we're gonna take a moment to do a bit of cat and cow. So we're gonna inhale, draw our belly button down, curve our spine, look up. Exhale, push through your hands, bring your chin to your chest, round your back, pull your belly button in. Inhale, bring your belly button down, curve your spine, look up. Exhale, push through your arms. Again, one more time, inhale. Exhale. And we're gonna come back to neutral, tucking our toes. We're gonna push ourselves up into downward facing dog. Once more. And then we're gonna inhale, raise our right leg up and back in the air. Exhale, swing it forward to the front of your mat beside your right wrist. And then setting yourself up for dragon pose on this side. Moving your hips forward and down. You should feel a nice pull on your left front thigh. we can slowly release, bringing our right leg back. I'm going to invite you to place the blocks aside. And then we're going to make our way down onto our bellies, extending our legs back with the top of our feet flat. We're going to bring our elbows underneath our shoulders like this and go into Sphanx Pose. So you should feel some tension being applied at your low back, sacral area. And we can start to lower ourselves down, flaring our elbows to the side and placing our palms one on top of the other. We're just going to bring our forehead to the back of our palms and just resting here, taking a moment just to relax because it feels really good today. And from here, we're gonna extend our right arm out to the right side of our mat, exactly like I'm doing. And then we're gonna place the left hand on the floor, and we're just gonna roll onto our right side, stretching out our chest. And if that's enough for you, you can stay here. But if you wanna intensify the sensations you're feeling, you can swing your left leg around and back over the right one to deepen the stretch in your chest and shoulders, exactly like I'm doing. And then just bring your head to rest on the floor, and then breathing in and out through the nose, allowing your chest to open up. And we can slowly release and turn back onto our stomachs. And from here, we're going to extend the left arm out to the side, bringing the right hand to the ground, and then rolling on to your left hip. Stretching out your chest. And we can turn slowly back onto our stomachs. Taking a little moment here once more. And then I'm going to invite you from here to just roll onto your backs. And from here, we're going to bring our legs up in the air, and we're going to grab the outside edges of our feet, and we're going to pull our knees down towards the floor to open up our inner groin. And try to keep your low back in contact with the floor as you pull your feet down. So this is called Happy Baby. If you want, you can wiggle left to right to just massage your low back. Can feel good. And when you're ready, you can release and extend your legs in front of you back onto the floor. And we're going to get into Savasana. So just allow your body to relax completely. And then just focus on how you feel compared to when you started this Yin Yoga class earlier today. Have you achieved your desired results with what we were trying to do today? Do you feel better than when you started with me earlier? And if you do feel better, just take the moment to thank yourself internally for the work you've put in today. And when you're ready, you can slowly come back to the seated position. So I hope you guys appreciate today's Yin Yoga class. And like I said, the laws of attractions are really simple. You're going to attract more of what you focus your time and energy on a day-to-day basis. So I would just invite you to observe your life and see where your focus and energies are right now. And if they're not where they should be, just make the necessary changes so that you can align it with what you really want out of your life. And trust me, it's going to turn out for the best. So let's bring our hands to our heart. I'd like to just take one big inhale, as big as you can, and on the exhale, just release any last bit of tension that you have in your body. And when you're done, you should feel a lot lighter. So until next time, thanks for joining us. And Jodi's back now officially, so you're going to see her a lot more often on the classes with me. And until next time, guys, namaste. Bye.